Is it actually illegal to be unlawfully present in the United States? I get a lot of comments on my videos where people say things like, illegal is illegal, or all of them are criminals because they're here illegally. But actually, a lot of that is not true, and that's the purpose of today's video. So, there's a couple things I want to talk about. First of all, entering the United States without authorization. That is a crime. In fact, it's a misdemeanor. It's a low-level criminal offense the first time you enter unlawfully. However, if you receive a removal order and then you leave or are removed, and then you illegally re-enter within a certain period of time, that becomes a much more serious offense. It's a felony. Illegal re-entry is oftentimes charged as a felony, and that can have some serious consequences. The interesting thing that a lot of people fail to consider is that a very large percentage of people who are unlawfully present in the United States entered legally with visas. For example, tourist visas, student visas, employment-based visas. And when these people overstay their visas, they have not actually committed a crime by merely doing that. For example, someone enters through a flight to the United States with a tourist visa, they go through customs, they see an immigration officer, they're allowed into the United States for 6 months. At the end of those 6 months, they decide not to leave for whatever reason. They have not committed any crime by being unlawfully present in the US. The mere act of being unlawfully present in the United States is not a crime. There is no criminal offense that's being committed by overstaying or, after you've illegally entered, by remaining unlawfully present in the US, you are not committing any additional crime. It is a civil offense. The civil offense can result in you being removed from the United States after being forced to go through immigration court proceedings, or sometimes you are subject to something called expedited removal, where you don't even see an immigration judge. But the most common consequence for people who've been unlawfully present in the US for more than 2 years is that they have a right to see an immigration judge, and that immigration judge can order you removed from the United States. Interesting fact, these judges are not Article 3 judges, which is what most people think of when they think of a judge. They're actually administrative law judges. It's not really like a real judge. They really just are making administrative law decisions, which is interesting because it's oftentimes a life or death decision that they make. For example, if someone's applying for asylum, they're claiming that they're gonna die possibly if they go back to their home countries. And these courts or judges are making life or death decisions in what many view as a traffic court setting with very limited resources. I tend to become a little frustrated when people say all these people are criminals, they all need to get deported because the mere act of them being here is illegal. Illegal is illegal. No, it's not actually. Unlawfully present is not a crime. You can be unlawfully present in the US and you're not committing any crime. It's a civil violation, which is not criminal in nature. So when you're gonna go ahead and hate all immigrants, at least get the terminology correct and understand that people who are unlawfully present in the US have not actually committed any crime. All right, guys, so that brings us to the end of today's video. I initially made a couple videos about, who Trump should deport, who the priority should be, and that Trump should focus on criminals. And a lot of the people who commented said they're all criminals because they're all here illegally. And so that's why I'm making this video to explain actually a very large percentage of the people, especially those who entered with visas, have committed no crime. They are not criminals. So stop calling them criminals. If you're interested in family-based immigration topics, I'll be putting out a lot of videos. Be sure to subscribe. I'll see you guys tomorrow for another one.